Hey guys, welcome back to this brand new video. In this video, I'm going to create very nice and simple historic slideshow animation inside of DaVinci Resolve that you can call it paper burn effect as well. So my name is Vikas, and without any further ado, let's take a new project and get started. Alright, so if you are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button for more interesting videos, and let's do some basic setting. So click on this setting button and set the size of this project 1920 by 1080. Let's go with any frame rate. So in this case, I am using this 30 frame per second, which is a normal frame rate. But if you want a smooth animation, then you can go with 60 frame per second. And then click on save. Now I'm going to create this animation inside of this fusion page, so we have to take a new fusion composition. So just go to this media pool, right click on that, click on this new fusion composition. Let's call it anything. And we have to set the duration maybe 6 seconds long. Frame rate 30, click on create. Now just drag this fusion comp on the timeline just like that. And now we need some asset to create this animation, so just go to this media pool again, right click on that, click on this import media, and I'm going to use this burn video clip and the paper texture, and we need an image or video clip. So for that I'm going to use this image and click on open. Now we have to do some adjustment with this burn video clip, which is a raw video clip. So just drag this burn video clip on the timeline just like that. Let's set it like this and just go to 2.5 seconds right over here maybe and add a cut. So select this cut tool, add a cut like this, select this move tool and select this second video clip, which is looking like this. So what we have to do, just right click on this second video clip and click on this change clip speed. We have to set this speed something around 25% and click on change. And now we will get this type of effect, which is perfect. And then select these both clip and make it a single clip. So right click on that, click on this new compound clip. This is going to be our burn effect, so let's call it burn. Click on create. And after that, we don't need this burn effect here, so hit backspace to remove this from the timeline and then go to your fusion page. And here we get this media out node. So just drag this media out to the side for now, and we have to take a new background. So click on this background button to add a background node and just drag this background to the viewer. You can use any color, it doesn't really matter. And now just go to your media pool and let's import this paper texture first. So just drag this paper texture on this flow window, and as you can see, it's looking like this. But you can use any different paper texture instead of this paper texture if you want, and hit F2 on the keyboard to rename, call it paper. Hit OK. And now I'm going to merge this paper texture with the background for perfect aspect ratio. So what we have to do, we have to take a new merge node, and inside of this merge node we have 4 different points. So the yellow point is for background, green is for foreground, and this is for effect mask, and this is for output. So I'm going to use this background as a background and this paper texture as a foreground. So what we have to do, we have to connect this yellow background point with this background 1 and green foreground point with this paper, and just drag this merge 1 to the viewer, and now we have this 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio. All right, and after that, let's import this burn effect on this flow window. So just drag this burn effect on this flow window, hit F2 and call it burn 01. Hit OK. And as you can see, it's looking like this. But I want this white section black and this black section white. So we have to invert the color of this video clip. So hold Ctrl plus a space bar for search box and search for invert. So this is our invert color. Hit add button, just drag it to the viewer, and now it's perfect. And after that, we have to merge this video clip with the background. So just drag it right over here and take a new merge. And we have to connect this yellow background point with this merge 1 and green foreground point with this invert color output, and just drag this merge 2 to the viewer. And after that, we have to replace this white section with this paper texture. So what we have to do, just select this merge 2 and go to this inspector window, and here we have this apply mode. So we have to change this apply mode normal to multiply, and we can see here the paper texture. And after that, we have to import our image or video clip that we want to use in this project. So just drag it on the flow window. First of all, we have to hit F2 on the keyboard to rename and call it image. Hit OK. And after that, select this one, click on this color corrector node, just drag this color corrector to the viewer. Let's down the saturation value 0 and make it black and white. And hit Ctrl plus a space bar for search box and search for film grain. So this is our film grain effect. Hit add button, just drag it to the viewer. And right now this is the animated grain. So what we have to do, we have to lock this time lock. And now it's a steel grain which is looking perfect. And now add a transform node just after this film grain, drag it to the viewer, go to the end of this animation, and we have to animate the size and angle both. So right click on size, click on animate, right click on angle, click on animate, or you can also click on this diamond button to animate this property. All right, and just go back to very first frame of this animation, and here let's increase the size a little bit. So I'm going to set this size 1.2, and we have to set this angle value negative 10 degree. And let me tell you, if you want a faster render preview, then you can go to this playback and set it to quarter resolution. Now, as you can see, we have a nice simple scale and rotation animation. And after that, we have to use this burn effect as a matte for this image. So just drag this burn effect on this flow window, just drag it to the viewer and hit F2 on the keyboard, call it matte. And after that, we have to make this black portion transparent. So for this time, we have to search for Luma key. So this is our Luma key node. Hit add button and just drag this Luma key to the viewer, and now we get this white section only. And I'm going to use this white section as a matte for this image. So just drag it right over here, take a new merge node, and I'm going to use this Luma key as a background and this output as a foreground. So connect this yellow background point with this Luma key and green foreground point with this transform, and just drag this merge 3 to the viewer. And after that, I'm gonna use this foreground inside of this matte background. So select this merge 3, go to inspector window and change this operator over to in, and just drag it to the viewer. And now we can see the image inside of this burn effect. All right, and we have to merge this one with this main output. So we have to take new merge node, and I'm going to connect this yellow background point with this merge 2 output and green foreground point with this merge 3 output, and just drag this merge 4 to the viewer. And as you can see, this black section and this image both are revealing at the same time, but I want to create a time gap between these two outputs. So what we have to do is go to keyframe, and here we have this matte. So hold Control and scroll up to zoom in, and we have to move this matte maybe half a second So according to 30 FPS, it should be on frame number 15. So I'm going to drag this matte on frame number 15 and close these keyframes. And now we have something like this. And after that, let's add our text right over here. So what we have to do, we have to take a text node and let's merge this text with this main output. So take a merge node, connect this yellow point with this merge 4 green point with this text and just drag this merge 5 to the viewer. Select this text and type anything that you want. Alright, and just drag this text right over here. And for the font, I am going with Callisto empty font style, which is looking nice for this project. And after that, we have to animate this text. So just go to on frame number 60, which is equal to 2 seconds according to 30 FPS. And we have to set this right on int value 0 and click on this diamond button to add a keyframe. Go to 2 seconds forward in time, so it should be frame number 120, and again set it to 1. And now we have text typing animation, as you can see. And after that, we have to do some color adjustment. So select this merge 5, add a color corrector node, just drag this color corrector to the viewer and just go to menu and change this color to labels. And here just go to channel and change this to blue, and let's down this blue saturation and make it little bit yellowish color. All right, and it's looking perfect. And after that, we have to create a transition for this slideshow. So just select this color corrector 2, add a transform node, just drag this transform to the viewer and go to half a second on frame number 15 and right click on center, click on animate, go to 15 frame back in time from end of this animation, right click on center, click on set key and go to the end of this animation. And let's drag this image in any direction. So I'm going to drag it down. So I'm going to set this value maybe -2. All right, and just go to very first frame of this animation and just drag it on top. So I'm going to set this value 3 maybe. All right, and now I'm going to fill these blank areas. So what we have to do, just select this transform, go to inspector window, and here we have this edges. So change this edges to mirror. All right, and after that we have to add one more effect. So just select this transform, hit Ctrl plus a space bar for search box and search for directional blur. So this is our directional blur. Hit add button, just drag this directional blur to the viewer and let's animate this length. So just go to on frame number 15, maybe half a second, add a keyframe on length, go to 15 frame back in time from the end of this animation. On frame number 165, add one more keyframe and lock this value. Go to the end of this animation and let's increase this length. So I'm going to set this value 0.05 and we have to rotate this angle. So let's set it to 90 degree. All right, and just go to very first frame of this animation and again we have to set this length value 0.05. All right, and we have to create a smooth animation. So just go to a spline window and check this transform to, click on fit, hit F4 on the keyboard to full screen, click on fit again, select these both keyframe, click on smooth button or you can also hit S on the keyboard, select these two keyframes, click on a smooth button, go to very first frame of this animation, hold this handle and just drag it like this. hold this handle and just drag it like this. Alright, and make a smooth animation. Just go to the end of this animation right over here, hold this handle and just drag it like this. Select this keyframe, hold this handle and just set it like this. Alright, and after that close this spline window. And now it's almost done. So we have to connect this media out with the main output and just go to your edit page. And here our slideshow animation is ready for render. Just go to playback, go to timeline proxy, turn off the proxy mode. And now it's almost done. So just go to very first frame and let's take a look. Alright, so it's looking awesome, and that's all for this tutorial. I hope you guys like it. If you like it, then hit the subscribe button, click on the bell icon. My name is Vikas and I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.